Blazing into a summon near you, it is I, Blazing Flame Studio, back again. And we have some summons to do. 169. Nice. To be exact, for CASTORICE and her weapon, the Make Farewells More Beautiful. We will be holding on to any that we maybe get to keep. It is unlikely. Before people have the opportunity to say it, yes, I am aware. With that being said, let us give this a shot, I say. Currently, we are looking at very early into pity here. I believe maybe not even 30? Okay, maybe further in than I thought. $78 in the pity, that doesn't sound right. I feel like I must have missed my last 5-star. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Alright. And then for weapon, we are definitely much further away. We are on 50-50 though, so we do have to keep that in mind. We are 10 into pity here, but we are guaranteed. So we're going to start out with a couple of singles. As for our Celestial Invitation, this is the current lineup. The 3 limited characters, I do not own Blade, and the couple of characters I can maybe get E6. I don't think anybody else is particularly close. So we might get E6 Clara or Yanqing, but obviously we're hoping for CASTORICE off this. So let's start doing some singles. Multiplication. Now can you give us 1 CASTORICE? Alright, here it is. Can we win the 50-50? Or will it all go wrong? CASTORICE. Right here, right now. Let's go. We win those, chat. We win those. Easy. And that lets us go straight to the weapon. We are 10 into pity. But we are guaranteed E1, S1 right off the bat. For those that have been on for a while already, you must tell me, how are you enjoying the new update so far? Happy anniversary to Honkai Star Rail and to all of its players. I myself have been here ever since the original... Hi, I'm Natasha, an underworld doctor. Feeling sick? Oh, those were the days. Nowadays, I just get new character Rappa trailers. But an early HSR to celebrate the anniversary. What do you say? Maybe just a cheeky little early? You know? Okay. No cheeky early yet. But we're not giving up. Yes, Natasha, you're an underworld doctor. I'm not feeling sick, but thank you. Could you please tell CASTORICE's light cone to come home? I will sleep well once I have CASTORICE's light cone. So how about... Look, I know people do the skip meta, but this builds up suspense. Plus, we've already got a fun-filled afternoon coming up. Again, I'll sleep well when we have CASTORICE's light cone. Give me a double, at least. Want to give me a cheeky double? No? Okay. Cheeky double? Cheeky triple. You know what? I'm feeling like a triple here. What do you say to a triple, everybody? I think we have a triple on our hands. First one. Natasha, I understand that you're an underworld doctor. I'm not feeling sick. Now please let some of the other light cones come home, eh? Natasha, listen. Can we get out of this with still having over 100 wishes? Yes, we can. Let's do it a double. HSR, give me a double for that anniversary. What do you say? Double. 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 Let's go. Easy double. Easiest double of my life. Easiest double of my life. Come on. Well, it's going to be really difficult to get a double. Word. Okay, it's not quite, but my word. Let's go. Did I not call that double? I called that double. Easiest double of my life, and that is new. I do not have Bronya's light cone. Come on, computer, let me take a picture of this. Clip that, chat. Clip that. Clip that. Can we clip that on our end? Darn. Alright, we'll be definitely making a YouTube short out of that. And we still have over 100 wishes left. Let's go. We can go ahead and turn these into 7 wishes. And when does this change out again? 22 days. Stellar Convergence. We do have a Golden Companion Spirit we can use. Light Cone Redemption. We can grab one of these. I'm not particularly looking for anything here. I do wonder in what world anyone is ever spending this currency on this. We're also holding off on this for now. What are you recommending? Ah, interesting. Oh, let's go ahead and convert our Stellar Trade. 130 even wishes. We have 3 normal wishes as well. Maybe we can get something random here. Amber. Wrong game. Shadowburn. And Collapsing Sky. Okay. Alright. So first off, we have a character to build. Hello, CASTORICE. Let's see that memo sprite. Oh my word. Hi. Hi, Pollux. How are you doing today? Let us slip on good old Make Farewells more beautiful. Also, can I just say, the art on this, absolutely stunning. Alright, time to level some stuff up. We've definitely got the material for it. Welcome, viewer. How are you today? Currently working on leveling CASTORICE. And her weapon, of course. We thankfully have some resin saved up for such an occasion. Universal materials. I have 539 tiers. What is this? I forget what this is. Ah. We are going to use some of this here. I want to save all of my actual material for the actual leveling of CASTORICE, instead of using it all on the weapon. Plus, it's somewhat possible that... Let's see here. We do have some Embers Exchange that we can use. So let's use what we can here. Okay. Can I synthesize any of these? I can get just enough for another level. Inconvenience, I'm not sure how to help you, I'm going to be completely honest. I do apologize. Let's see. I would contact customer support. That might be your best bet. Go ahead and ascend that. How much Universal? It would take 24? Yeah, we're not doing that. Welcome, welcome, new viewer. We are currently leveling CASTORICE to give her some... No enemy targets dropping this material at the moment. Well, that's not helpful, is it? Material exchange. Oh, okay. We're fine. I don't need any of these echoing whales. But yeah, inconvenience, I would recommend contacting customer support. They're more likely to be able to help you than I can. I'm just a streamer. Level 50 on the light cone. Auto ascend. That gets it to 60. Now we gotta start manually adding. That'll have to do. Now it gets to 60. Let's material synthesis. Eternal Lament. Material synthesis. Makes 4 of these. And that should get us pretty close to what we need. Alright. Level 70. Material synthesis. So we just need to synthesize some of these. We can make 2 here. We're going to have to grab some Embers Exchange for this. Probably also going to have to, unfortunately, use some of our mass of Tears of Dreams. 27. Still leaves us over 500, so we're good. Alright, now we can add in the last amount. Let us go. Level 80. Now for CASTORICE herself. We equip. Make farewells more beautiful. Increases the wearer's max HP by 30%. When the wearer or their member sprite loses HP during their own turn, the wearer grants Death Flower. Death Flower allows the wearer and their member sprite to ignore 30% of the target's defense when dealing damage, lasting for 2 turns. When the wearer's member sprite disappears, advances the wearer's action by 12%. This effect can only trigger up to 1 time, and the trigger count resets every time the wearer uses ultimate. CASTORICE. For those who haven't seen her various different trailers and stories and other things, it's pretty traumatic, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we're not gonna be able to do too much more here, but we can definitely get what we can.
Look, light is coming in.
Hello. Auto add. Ascend once again. Which shadow is this? Why am I not familiar with this one? Any chance we can exchange? Yeah, well, let's do what we can with these. I'm not using any of them.
Look, light is coming in.
The light is coming in. You are the light. Your hands so warm. I'm sure somebody will get that reference, hopefully. If not, I suggest checking out some of the recent CASTORICE videos. 60. Alright, now we actually gotta start. And for that, let's change up the title a bit. 2,700 plus. There we go. And now we know we're moving on to the building phase. I don't know what team she's going to go on yet, but I do have a Goliath, who hasn't really been able to be used. Alright, let's see what kind of enemies we're working with here. Are they Firefly-proof? I've yet to find one that is. They are not Firefly-proof. We will begin testing CASTORICE once she is... Oh, it's only 1 wave. Interesting. I think we needed 30, and we had 5, so let's let this do what it does. Whack. There's 10. this usually 30? For some reason I always felt like it was more. Thankfully, Firefly making these runs fairly quickly, as she tends to do. Don't walk onto Ruan May. That's just rude. Alright, 15.
All will be swept away by the wind. Everything in this world is bleeding.
20. It'll be 25, and then we should only need one more run to get to the next ascension. What's going to take the longest and most resin is definitely going to be the talents. Get locking onto my people. $25, and finally, with 120 resin to spare for this ascension, we're probably going to have to dip into the 2400 in reserve before we get to that point.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Alright. Now then. Also, clearly this is the best spot to summon from. So we have successfully gotten a ton done here. Should be able to ascend now once I synthesize some materials.
Look, light is coming in.
Alright. We need... Well, let's make sure we can do this first. There's 4. Still uses a decent amount of each of those. At least for one of them. Now, we just need... How many more runs? In that particular dungeon? 11, we need 24 more. So 5 more runs in total. So we will have to dip in slightly. This doesn't work. Yeah. Oh, never mind. This does actually work. Yep, we're going to set you as the build target. And Axa. Sadly, we will be skipping you. Oh, I almost wish I hadn't skipped that. Alright. CASTORICE, where are you? There you are. Build guide. Let's increase level to 80. Stagnant Shadow. Grove of Epiphany. 5 runs in total. Let us get on our merry way. Then we can start on the talents. Nothing was pre-farmed as we were planning everything for this. Yes, dreams do come true, Lumine. And if you're wondering why I'm saying Lumine, it's because my Trailblazer's name is Lumine. Just like my Genshin character was named Zelda for the longest time. Oh, right, I forgot that this does this. That makes things easier. Boom.
All will be swept away by the wind.
14 to go, so 3 more runs. Oh, we're just barely gonna have to tap into it. Welcome, welcome, new viewer. CASTORICE summons went incredibly well. We managed to get both her and a double on the light cone banner before we hit under 100 wishes. Now we are dedicating all of our resin to the building of CASTORICE before we move on to testing. We'll figure out what teams we want to work on with her and see who's getting put to the side for now. Thankfully, Firefly, as usual, making things fairly quick and easy. How are you doing this fine evening? One more run. You know what, I'm going to take one of these out. We'll save all the 2400 just for resin, and honestly artifact farming is also going to take a lot. Or sorry, talent in artifact farming, even. Alright. And that gets CASTORICE Mac on light cone and level.
Light is coming in. All things cycle through life and death. The end is also the beginning.
Got a couple wishes out of it. And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. We can go ahead and use those, but first, let's take a look at traces here. Here's my build guide. There we go. Trace materials. Oh boy. So we need the Sky Splitter Echo of War. Alright. Let's get started with what we can use. Do we have enough for any Embers Exchange? No, we already used all this. Unfortunate. Okay. What about Material Exchange? Do we have the ability to do that? We do. Let's use what we can. We're going to need all the resin we can for building her artifacts. So let's start us off.
We leave in this world will last much longer than death.
Full Material Exchange. We'll go about half, a little over half. Alright. Let's just do this. Now, what is the recommendation? Top priority is talent, and Memo Sprite skill, and Memo Sprite talent. Alright. This one we're going to need this. Okay. Go ahead and increase our crit rate a little bit. Let's go ahead and do some runs here. We'll take out some from this. Let's just do a full 300. So we got 2100 left in the bank. Hopefully this is a good team for this, though it's, again, usually very good on no matter what the enemy is. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. Something tells me it'll take only about 1 hit to wipe this entire wave. Well, maybe not. No, I took 2. Alright. Come at me, golems. I do not fear you. And unfortunately for you, Firefly gets to go again before you do. Easy. Not the war armor. The war armor got broken by the healer. I just want to point that out. Not very good war armor if it's being broken by the healer. If you're curious where the other 100 or so resin is going to be going, or the 100 or so wishes that I have, probably going to be saving them up until Firefly, or not Firefly, but Hyacinth. Sorry, in Firefly in front of me. Saving up for Hyacinth, most probably. If CASTORICE's E1 is incredibly good and I find myself using her a lot, I might try for it, but more than likely not. As for my pick for the free character that we get, I am in a bit of a decision paralysis area, and I'll welcome any insight that you, the viewers, may have. I do not own Luocha, but at the same time, as you can see from this, I use my Ruin Mei a lot, and that would be E1. I don't know if that's necessarily better than getting Luocha, for the sake of collection and just having another character to build, but that's my current idea of what my decision-making will be. Thanks, Sam. Everything is falling apart. Fresh fool. Boom. Welcome, welcome, new viewers. We are currently on the build grind for CASTORICE. We have got her weapon fully maxed out. We have got her leveled completely. Now we're just working on getting the talents done. How are you both doing today? Enjoying 3.2 so far? Get him, Firefly. Oh, and I guess Ling Sha. Who did everybody pick for your free characters? Do dreams come true, though? It depends on who you ask. Sunday, for example, would say that dreams don't come true. Robin would. CASTORICE would. 90% of the people of Bellabong would say their dreams came true. Luocha... debatable. Blade... definitely not. Barog doesn't sleep. But it's really a matter of perspective. Over. We got a couple more runs in us before this 300 runs out. But I do want to do some artifact farming today. we're going to focus on the CASTORICE talent and the Memo Sprite's abilities. We'll probably hold off on basic attack and... no, we'll probably level ultimate as well. It's just a matter of priority at this point. We do know that her light cone cares about her ultimate through the sake of resetting. Welcome. Just building CASTORICE's talents. At the current moment, we've got about 2 more full runs before we move on. Alright. One more big run here.
All will be swept away by the wind. Everything in this world is bleeding. All will be swept away by the wind.
And the finishing touches. Of this brutal massacre. 2 waves to go.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Alright. Let's see how far 300 resin gets us. Or 270, give or take. Oh, Lingsha. Or CASTORICE. Is there a way to... there's not really a way to continue, is there? Alright, so let's first start out by making sure we activate this.
In this world will last much longer.
Grab the things on the exterior. We know these take a lot out of you. Alright. Let us echo... what's this? 4-star and below auto salvage, please. We could do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Hey, Fei Xiao. Or totally not Fei Xiao. Boo, if you wouldn't, Firefly, if you wouldn't mind just, telling Fei Xiao to, get out of the way. I'd appreciate it.
Everything in this world
We have other things we need to do. And Fei Xiao, well built. It'll be a while before we, do anything there. Stop doing that, Fei Xiao. Oh, hello, big wolf. Welcome, welcome. We are farming the weekly boss for Fei Xiao mats. Hoping not to die. How are you today? Alright, pure evil Fei Xiao is here. Fight it, Fei Xiao. Don't let the evil corrupt you. Let your action be delayed.
everything in this world is bleeding.
Thankfully, you don't do the most damage, even at the highest level, for this team anyway. Firefly's quite fine getting hit by a ton of attacks, since she auto-heals anyway. And... oh, you get one world push off before too. Alright, how many did we get? We got 3. We need 7 more. Okay, so let's just take out... let's just take out 60, because we can only do 2 more runs. Are we going to be 1 off? I think we're going to be 1 off for this week. Well, that's annoying.
All will be swept away by the wind. Everything in this world is bleeding.
The thick inner beast and shadow of Fei Xiao. Voiced by Inaris Quinones, voice of Lynette. A little bit of Puyo trivia for you.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Right, and that gives us another 3. I like how they didn't let you see the stats for those people who are like, oh man. That's interesting. Alright, now very quickly, as we are getting to almost midnight on my time zone, we're going to go to a quick be right back so I can get today's video set up before things go south. Alright. Let us grab that really quick and set that to go live. Oh, YouTube Studio, I require your assistance for but a moment. Not to worry, only about a minute it appears before this will be ready to go. And we can return to our regularly scheduled CASTORICE program. Alright, download complete. Go ahead and upload video. And throw on ye old thumbnail. I know it is around here somewhere. That's still not my thumbnail. Canva, give me my thumbnail, please. For some reason, the game is not liking it otherwise. There we go. And change, and there we go. Alright, the Magic the Gathering Arena Cube from yesterday's stream is live. Feel free to watch if you do enjoy that sort of content. It'll be the last draft we're probably going to have for a while. We'll be focusing more on Star Rail in particular. And guess who's back? Back again. Blaze is back, tell a friend. One more run at you, Fei Xiao, so we can get the last thing that we need. Well, all but one of the last things that we need. I was not entirely sure what face CASTORICE needed. I tried to stay out of leaks. Try to do that in general, to be honest. So, didn't have a ton of stuff prepared. Sorry about this, Fei Xiao, though technically it's not really you, it's you and Hule. What is that? Feilei? No, that's a soccer player. Hu Xiao? Sure, we'll go with Hu Xiao. So technically Heilei. Or, Feilei rolls off the tongue a bit better. Is fleeting? Yes, it is a bit fleeting. And health bar number 2 slowly going away. Firefly, would you assist in the removal of that health bar? So I really appreciate it. Thanks, Firefly. Looking forward to seeing you again soon, hopefully. Surely they gotta remember you exist after Pentaconi, right? Whack. I'll say it's a bit odd that they chose not to put the break bar up there. I know most other bosses, they have it up there. Alright, and that gives us, what, 9? Yeah, we need 1 left, but that's fine. We are not able to do that currently. Alright. And we'll get that in a minute. We've definitely got a ton of this to claim. Level 19. Lovely. Alright. This is the limited stuff. The event. Thank you. Super sales, already know about these. Celebration event, Star Rail World, Realm of the Strange, and Planet Fisher coming out. The 2nd anniversary celebration. Grand opening. Sharing. Special screening, the holographic tickets, a paper bag. Sure. And I did. Okay, that's pretty good about the light stick. One day these will come to Irvine, California, April 10th. May 10th. Never mind. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Anyhow. And that's about everything. Besides, obviously, Star Rail World. Also, if anybody knows how to get the full art of this, I would definitely... Oh, hey, Firefly. Also, Silverwolf, just having none of it. What companion would I like to receive? I mean, Firefly. Alright. Conductor is sure they'll answer. I'm sure Firefly will too, considering we're quite literally at her spot. So we have in the notes, go ahead and claim these. I like how with Genshin, when they have this, it tells you what was wrong, even though many times it's believed that maybe there was just nothing wrong. Phone decoration. Cherished recollection. And profile. Automatic puppet. Alright. Well, for now, let us go on ahead here. Swapping over to characters. Oh, CASTORICE. Hello. Traces. Let's see what we can work with. Let's material synthesis what we can from here. Alright, so that leaves us this. We need another 6 to do this, or is it 9? It's 6. Let us get 6 more of these, so we can finish out the bottom there. And then you have to worry about that as well. We're just going to go ahead and handle that now. Alright. Quantum damage bonus. Crit rate boost. Alright, let's start with the talent. Hold on. Let's up that a little bit. There we go. Hold on. Wait, can you can do this from here? Oh, you can do this from here. Okay. Well, that's very nice. That's very new, and I'm perfectly happy with that. Welcome, new viewer. Simply working on CASTORICE. Universal materials. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of leveling here. Alright, now you two. Let's get to work. As Risley would say. I don't want to go below 250, but at the same time... Alright. I also have this still to do. 8, 16, 23 of those we need. Alright, so let's go ahead and... I don't think we can really do anything here. Yeah, we can get a grand total of 1. So that's not really worth it. I don't think there's really any point to exchanging here either. Yep. Okay, so yes, let us go back to material, to the Castrum Kremnos, Calyx, and let's put in another 300. I recommended type of ice, so let's try a different approach. Maybe something that might be a bit quicker. Robin, if you would not mind, I would greatly appreciate if you can help expedite this process. Yes, this already seems like a better idea. Oh yes, this was a much faster way than the Firefly team. Unfortunately for all of you, Herta takes no prisoners. Either of them. Alright. Yes, this will definitely expedite the process. How are you today, viewer? Summons went incredibly well, and now we're in the process of building CASTORICE. In Castrum Kremnos. And these fools are quickly learning why you do not mess with Herta. Three more runs on this. Don't punch her. That's just rude. Alright, now here's where things start to get messy for the rest of you. Alright. 2 more runs before we can go back to leveling talents. Well, go back to. Technically, we're already leveling talents, we're just getting the materials necessary to do so. Thankfully, Herta was on call and available. The Keyblade of Doom and the Hammer of Death. Satisfaction of letting your opponents never have a turn. Which I'm sure CASTORICE will do wonders to doing. Alright, 1 run to go. Alright, now back to ye old character level. I heard it. Alright, because we switched teams. Races. Alright, well we've got... Let's go ahead and max this out. Start with dealing with this. I think we're still slightly off of this, though. Yeah, we are. Alright. We still gotta worry about this. Maybe we'll level these up since they don't require anything at the first ascension. 30% of all allies' current HP. Ah. Okay. Oh, Herta of the Grove, what is thy wisdom? Besides the fact that for some reason you smile if you're looking up and frown if you're looking down. Or is that just a thing for everybody? Oh, I guess it's kind of just a thing for everybody. Maybe not. Yeah, they're just happy anyway. Alright. CASTORICE, we continue ever onward. We're not doing that. Another 300 resin to go. With old team number 2. Song will bring us victory, as will Hammers of Death and Keyblades of Doom. And Blingshot making sure nobody dies. And the enemy is obliterated. Four more runs out of this. At the very least, this will get us fully maxed out on the exterior traces. Hard to know. Now it's going to take a little while longer to kill them. There we go. Welcome back, Herta. Nice to have you. Oh, stop that. Nukes from the sky! You and Herta would, or you and Himiko would get along nicely, Herta. Quite honestly. Falling like dominoes.
Everything in this world.
Alright. 2 runs to go. Hopefully we'll have enough to make a little progress. As our entire screen shakes from the force of Herta. Honestly, Robin and Lingshaw, it's almost like I don't need you here. It's just the mother-robot-daughter duo murdering everything. Don't punch the party if you can't take the retaliation. At the very least, we should be able to level up that last exterior talent. That is the hope, anyway. Definitely be able to do that. Oh, we'll have plenty to spare as well. Let's go. Alright. Get ready, Crease. Let's work on you what we can. We're gonna need 4 of these. I'm gonna leave 4 to go. Alright, let's synthesize what we can. That gives us 4. Then we will need 2, 8 more of those. And we're not technically done here either. Alright. Well then, we continue on the road. Go ahead and grab this. Up past level 21. Thank you. Much appreciated. Let's just dispatch an assignment and finish this off. There we go. Stellar Companion. I will plan on holding on to this for now. Farewell World, obviously, is going to be very interesting. We have the new Trailblaze mission. Come with me, take the journey. The Aptitude Showcase, which has 80 available Primo, or not Primo Gems, Stellar Jades. Maria Chaos, Divergent Universe. Here is the Awoo from last update? I thought it was the update before. Alright. The old conventional memoir. And then, is this gonna just keep saying new? I don't know why you're recommending this to me. It's already happened. Alright. Back to you, CASTORICE. Out of general curiosity, what is your first Eidolon? When the enemy target's current HP is 80-50% of match HP or lower, the damage dealt to it by Bone Claw, Dream Drake's Embrace, Claw Spits the Veil is increased. Okay. C6. Huh. Interesting. On E6, I think I would have aspired to go for compared to others, but always nice to have. That's a drop. That's a drop. Well, Firefly can fly, so what does she care? We can only fly in a train. Alright. Well, let's head back to Custom Crimnos. Call this Herta bowling, because she knocks all the pins down. Oh, quit stunning Herta. League Shot's just gonna heal it anyway. And still dead. Oh, if you hadn't stunned Herta, you'd be dead so many times over. Not that you're not already still dying without her. Oh, maybe I just need to send the Herta in. Oh, that was 3. Let's go. How dare you attack Robin? That's just rude. Robin being stunned is annoying, but we'll survive. You won't, but we will. Alright. Getting ever so closer to finishing things out. One more to go. Alright. Just get an extra little 2 right there of the harder to get material. Alright. Can we... There's that. Here's this. Well, you know what? We will do that. That lets us get that done now. What's the rest of the recommendations? Skill and ultimate. Alright, for the time being, we're going to move on to relics. We have a recommendation currently? No. That being said, I did take the opportunity to take a look here, and I believe that we're currently looking to grab... Did I have... Poet of Morning Collapse? Now, where is Poet of Morning Collapse? Well, we can find that here. It's around here somewhere. There we go. Alright. Once again, take out 300. And yeah, we'll keep with the same team. Seems like it's the damage that we want. Oh, it's more of you. Well, the enemies in Amphorius are a bit repetitive, are they not? I've seen you so many times today, it's incredible. Well, some of you were new at least. Unfortunately for you, this team does not care, one way or the other, about you Amphorius people. They only care about your destruction. That being said, it does take a lot to break you. Boom. Alright. There's possibility there. Definitely possibility. Not really probability, but possibility. Quit summoning people. There we go. No. It occurs to me now that the artifact that we got wasn't even of the right set. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright. And both of these are in the wrong set. Well, that's just unfortunate. Whoa, demon! Then really. Thankfully, we also have a lot of the artifact crafting materials available. Haven't really spent any in a decent while because I haven't been building particularly a ton of characters. Last person I think I actively built was Aglaya, and even then I don't think I did too much artifact farming for her. So it's probably just been Herda was the last time. Oh, Robin. Oh, alright. Well, we know that's in effect. Thanks, Slingshot. And thank you, CASTORICE. And you're done. Okay. That's unhelpful. Good boot. Oh. Okay, fine. That's not as helpful. But at least I'm getting a couple of decent Aglaya, I guess, pieces. Don't actually know what set this is good for. Or rather, what character this is good for. We obviously know what set it's for. Keep at him, Herda. You'll get him. Well, both of you will. Thankfully, the first wave is fairly simple to get through. It's the second wave that provides a bit of a pain in the neck. We get some good boots? No. Alright. Well, let's see what we've got. Phantom of the Cavern. Okay, fine. Alright. Grab that achievement. We're only missing one. Only have to defeat Stagnant Shadow 800 times and we'll finish this entire Glory of the Unyielding. Oh, interesting. Go ahead and remove these. We're going to keep Fugue for now. Might move to CASTORICE. Alright. Stay here for the moment. Let's see. Artifacts. Hello. Well, that is the set that's good on Aglaya, so at least that's nice. Let's salvage these 4 stars and 3 stars. You know what? I don't trust that. Let's quick select 4-star below. There we go. Alright. Smart discard, if I do that... Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. And it obviously doesn't touch the locked ones. None of these are particularly helpful to what we're looking at right now. Let's go ahead and add these. As you can see, we have quite a bit to do some effective rolling here. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, we're not going to do anything with that. The rest of you are locked. Let's enhance some of these down here, starting with the ones that could be good on Aglaya. No, we're not keeping that. Why would we ever keep that? Plus 15. Easy. Ooh. Not great. Not great. But what about you? Girls in a crit, right? I've seen worse. Why did I keep you? Not that desperate. We'll get you a plus 3 and see what happens. Crit damage? Attack percent. Okay, nope. And you... What do you got for me? Middling, but I can think of a couple of people who would be fine with that. Alright. Let us go to the parlor car. The Astral Express. Parlor car. We can head over. Hi, Pom Pom. To the Star Attraction. Starting things off, we have a ton of these. Guess we should just go ahead and make these, eh? Reason not to. Okay. We still have a few decent attempts at this. We need you, the Poet of Morning Collapse. We cannot set custom synth. Which ones are the custom synthesize? Okay. What are we looking for in terms of artifacts here? For now, we're going to go with crit rate, putting speed and crit damage on this. Hoping for a good other roll. Effect hit rate's not bad. Alright. Now, the feat. I assume speed would be what we'd want here. See here. Let's do HP percentage. Well, no, we're going to do this. Maybe I'm wrong, but there will definitely be characters who can use these in the future. That's actually very good. That's HP substat. Let's go. We're maxing these both out, but first we're going to equip them to CASTORICE. Alright, relics. We're going to start out by using you and comparing. That wasn't great. I don't think it's worth a reroll, though. Is it worth a reroll? You know what? We are going to reroll it. Yeah, we'll use the new substats. We don't need that defense. That's actually probably pretty good for us. Alright, so we're going to start by equipping you. Now for the boots. Are you boots? You're boots. We have you, but more importantly, we have you. We're going to lock you, we're going to enhance you. HP. Okay, you know what? That's fine. She does care about HP scaling, so I think that's fine. We'll throw you on. And then finally, this'll do for now. Sorry, March, I gotta borrow that. Alright. Now for her rope. Know that Bananan is her second best in slot, but it's not her best. The best is Bone Collector's Serene Demone. Or Demone. I will not pretend to know how to do that. To pronounce that correctly. Alright. No. I need to be here. Alright. This. Who am I fighting for this? I'm fighting Kremnos? Is that who this is? Titan of Strife. Okay. And also the King of Catacombs. Yes, okay, so I was correct. And Ice, yeah. Let's get things started.
Is that it? I was expecting something bigger.
I mean, you may have been expecting bigger, but that's still pretty darn big. Whack. Let's go. Why do I feel like you're dying too easily? I'm not on easy mode, am I? Difficulty 1? No way, hopefully I'm not on difficulty 1, but I feel like I'm doing way too much damage to this guy. But it wouldn't have put me on difficulty 1, would it have? Hello. Rude. He's not doing a ton of damage. Why do I feel like something's not right? And there are the correct artifacts. I mean, say they're correct artifacts. Hold on. Something about that didn't feel right. Why did that feel so easy? That felt way too easy. Oh, the strategy compendium. Forgot about that. Start game. Minor ornament extraction. You. Oh no, this is just the way it is. Interesting. Okay. Don't know what I was thinking. That felt way too simple. But clearly my characters are just that powerful. Whack. And I know that there's true damage, but still. Can we get something that we... Oh, if off pieces existed. Thing is, I doubt that's ever going to be useful. That artifact's... Ball! Monster! With me the artifacts that I actually need instead of the tree. Giveth me back my soul. Quantum. Not lightning. Isn't that attack literally just the hunt animation you get for a couple of the blank universe modes? Ice? That's not it. Alright, we got 4 more runs. Then we might have to dip into the Resin again. You can try to play that epic Greek music, but Robin will not have it. She overpowers it. Alright. Well, we'll check what is with these rolls. Random thing. Final phase. And you're gonna steal my health. Oh, not yet. No, there you go. Funnily enough, considering... why do I feel like she probably doesn't want? We'll keep it anyway. What is with these artifact rolls? Alright, one more roll to go. Quantum damage bonus. We keep seeming to get pretty decent artifacts for every element but that. Well, that fire. Alright, time for you to get to 1% and then immediately... Yep. You're at 1. You take my stuff. I get it right back. I don't even need a turn to do it. Alright, that's not helpful. What about you? No. Alright. Well, let's salvage some of this. Quite literally.
If not, then I'll be leaving.
Let's just quick select anything that's not locked. Alright, let's level some of this, eh? So what exactly is this? Increases the wearer's speed by 6%. Wearer speed is 135 or higher. The wearer and their memo spreads outgoing healing. Well, we're definitely not worried about that. Let's get you to +3. There's very specific things that need to happen for me to keep you. Attack percent is not one of them. You two, on the other hand, you're probably not being kept either, if we're being honest. You would need crit damage. You do not have crit damage. You are gone. You, on the other hand, we will just straight take you all the way. Not great. I mean, it'd be very decent if it was the correct artifact set. Alright, back to the Astral Express, back to the parlor car. We are going to go quantum damage bonus. We're going to want crit rate, crit damage, and hopefully we can grab some HP in there. We don't have a ton of the ability left for this. Alright, customize synthesis. We want quantum damage. We want crit rate, crit damage. It's the last one we can craft, but I think that is correct. Attack percent actually is pretty good. Unfortunate that we couldn't get a force substat, but... Alright, let's lock this. Can we... I mean, most anything would be good here. Speed would be nice. HP would be... Okay, defense was the one thing we didn't want. That's getting rerolled. That's incredibly middling, but it's better than what we had. Okay. Alright. Inventory. Character. CASTORICE. Let's give you that. Do this. And... yeah. We'll spend a little bit. Let's have 2,000 so we can give a little hope here. Yeah, because we would need more wishful resin, and we don't have that ability currently. I believe we used all the ability that we had for the current timing. Yes. Alright, so we can't really do much here. We're gonna... let's just do 10 of them. Break effect, defense, HP, defense, attack, defense, HP, and we'll do it 10 more times. Attack, defense, a bad HP, still fairly bad HP. Well, we're definitely not keeping that. Alright. Back with it. Not. There really should just be a way to... You know, for the time being, we're going to hold on with this. This actually isn't horrible. Crit's nice, though we probably want more crit damage than crit rate, but we'll take what we can get in this world. One we're keeping? Yes. Alright. Straight to the top. You know, all things considered, that's not bad. Okay. What kind of speed are we working with on you, CASTORICE? 114. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go speed boots? I was trying to think that may have been the case. Maybe I needed to go HP boots. 84 over 122. Alright. Tomorrow, or I guess later today for those in EST, or in general North American time, I suppose, we will go ahead and start on testing CASTORICE, and we will use the last of this insane amount, well, less insane now, but 840 plus 27 of these for building CASTORICE's final, and yeah, we're going to be holding on to these in the hopes we're going to grab the Golden Companion Spirit. I'm going to wait to see who they add here. So there is obviously the potential benefit of E6ing a couple of people, but I'm not going to. Maybe I'll end up picking up Luocha somewhere down the line. It would take a lot for me to want to do that, but you never know. And until next time, everybody, thank you for joining me, and this is Blaze from Blazing Flame Studio, signing off. Thank you, and have a great rest.